Hey, legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. It is probably Vlogmas day 14. I am trying to stay consistent with these Vlogmas videos. I heard that many of you are enjoying them, and because we're wrapping up the year, I want to go through and we're wrapping up the month soon. We're almost halfway, or just about halfway through the month, so I wanted to do a mid-month check-in. I have a whole checklist here so I don't lose focus and don't run off on a tangent, um, because I sort of planned this kind of almost at the last minute. I would say within the last 4 days, I've planned to do this, and I wanted to take a look at some things going on with the December budget and then talk to you about some of our 2024 financial goals because we've already started putting some of those in place even before January. So, excuse the airplanes going overhead. Hopefully, you can hear me clearly. And I'm going to share my phone screen with you because I want to talk and show you on the screen what I'm talking about at the same time. I hope that's helpful and, it helps keep the viewership up. So, money moves that we made so far mid month and ahead of 2024. We have our baby girl savings, J4. So I created a bucket within Ally for her so we can start putting money here. So no, we haven't put any money in yet, but we already have something set up so we can start transferring money into it for her. Because not unfortunately, but we can't open an actual savings account with her on it until she's born and has, her right identification with the US and all of that. So right now we're going to be putting money into baby girl savings as much as possible. I'm hoping to start at the very end of this month, maybe with the last paycheck of December, we'll start putting a few dollars in there every week for her. And as we build that up until we can get her own separate savings accounts, just like her brothers have. And then we can start talking about her 529. So this is the bucket for baby girl. Her name will start with the letter J, and we'll share that publicly a little later on. But I wanted to show you that part first. And then I'm also going to share with you what we did for her and two of my other sons who didn't actually have their 529s open. We've already started investing for them. Well, we haven't opened a 529 for her yet. She's not born yet. I think there might be something that we could do for her, even though she's not here yet. But I think we're just going to stick to the savings for now. And then when she's born, then we'll go ahead and open up that 529 since we'll have much more time to save for her college and educational expenses. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like now. So the first 529 I'm going to show you is Joseph because we just opened his, and it is a unique college investing plan. We started with $25. It's already up almost 1.5%. And this is the asset allocation that was chosen for us. This asset allocation resembles a growth strategy. So 41% of this investment is already in domestic stock, 28% in foreign stock, 26% in bonds, 4% in short term, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm happy about this already because we just did this literally 3 days before I'm filming this video. So I'm excited about that. I also want to share with you Josiah's. And Josiah also has a unique college investing plan. Um, and his is pretty much set up the same way. We started them off with $25 and we're already up almost 1.5%. The asset allocations are the same. It resembles a growth strategy. So we're already knocking out some of the goals that we set up for 2024. So let me check that off my list so I know I talked about that. There's another thing I did, and I'm probably going to share. I think I'll share this with the screen too. Yeah, so this is just a quick show of authorized users. That is the next thing that we did. I did not set this as a goal for 2024, but I started thinking about it and I said we have a teenager who we're trying our best to train to be responsible in life and also, of course, with money. So we've added him as an authorized user. And then I said, why not add the other two younger boys as authorized users as well? Give them a kind of a head start because, I mean, we've been following sort of this strategy that Dave Ramsey put out. First you build up $1,000, then you pay off your debt, then you start investing and all those things, the baby steps. But credit cards is just something I think if we learn to use it responsibly, if we build up that mentality that it's to help you and it's not because it can hurt you, if we build a healthy relationship around it, I do believe it could be beneficial. And I'm hoping that with this will help build their credit so they don't have to start from the bottom, especially when they want to own a home. So you're going to go for a loan most times if it's a mortgage. So I'm thinking this will be just the starting point. This is base one or step one for them building a strong credit utilization or credit score. So that's another thing that I did, and I wanted to share that. That's a new update for the mid month. Okay, so mid month, looking at December's budget, we've already paid our electricity bill. National Grid, there was no bill due. So, because of a credit. So, we actually didn't have to pay that. Praise God. We didn't plan for anything anyway. Spectrum is our internet. That was paid. YMCA was paid. And Metro PCS was paid. So, that's good. All right. This now is the 2023 financial goals. It's not a list of goals, it's actually all the numbers where how much of income we're using, investing we're doing, how much we're saving in the emergency fund, and our short term savings, which I call purpose funds. So I'm going to shoot down to November and let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. So hopefully we can all see. November was closed out where there was $2,966 is what we used if you saw my budget by paycheck closeout or my monthly budget closeout. $150 is what we saved in our emergency fund. No, that's how much we invested. Let me get myself together. $100 is how much we invested in my Roth Fidelity IRA. Okay. And so far for December, we've invested $73. We haven't closed out paycheck 3 yet when I'm recording this. So we can only really look at the final numbers for November so far. $36 is how much we saved in our emergency fund. We did shift our focus from the emergency fund to investing and other savings categories in 2023, probably about halfway through, because you can see around June was the last time we actually sent more than $100 to the emergency fund. And then when we go down, we look at our purpose funds. We saved $98 there in the month. It's really low, but again, we're working with a less income and we're focused more on the cash savings challenges because I've been having so much fun with those and I think it's helping. But after December, going into January, our budget is going to look very, very different. So for November, 5% of our income went to savings and 5% went to investing, which was the goal we set up, I think, for the fourth quarter or the third quarter. 5% investing, 5% savings, 10% giving, and then everything else we just work out our bills after that. So at least we hit our minimums. I'm hoping to have better news saying, hey, we hit some maximums in December because so far we're trending up above our goal for savings. 6% went to savings and 5% so far went to investing. And again, this only reflects paychecks 1 and 2 and not paycheck 3, which we have to close out in just a few minutes. But I wanted to see where we were so far. We had $93 invested, $20 went to the emergency fund, and $52 was saved in a few different purpose funds. Our shift, we're going to shift a little bit more. We're going to start for December anyway. We're trying to hit at least $500 in our next month's bills fund, which I do not track here for 2023. Let me check my 2024 spreadsheet. I'm not even tracking it on this spreadsheet either because it's really just for bills. I mean, I could add it. I don't know, but we're just going to try to get that account to at least 500 before moving into January, so that we can already be ahead of all of our fixed expenses except the rent. That would just take so much pressure off, and it would feel so good to have that in there. So that's our financial goals spreadsheet update. I talked about November and I talked about our savings rates. So I want to tell you about our new food category. If you look here on my 2024 financial goals spreadsheet under short-term savings, we have added food as a category. And that will include groceries plus eating out. So we're not in ordering in too. So anytime we eat food, whether we're out at a restaurant, whether we're ordering in, or whether we're buying groceries, this is where it's going to come from. Now we have about $1. We have $1 in that account right now. And the goal is to start adding to it, maybe with that golden paycheck, the fifth paycheck of December, or we'll start in January. So I know I already talked about this, but next month's bills, our goal for December is to help that reach $500. And we have $75 in there right now. I wrote myself a little tracker. I think it's in this planner I have here, but life is so busy, and I have to start preparing. Now, I don't have anything else to prepare. I just have to relax, and I'm not relaxing the way I'm supposed to for a pregnant woman. So if you can kind of see, this is where we are. With that, we have $175. And so for 3 weeks, for the next 3 weeks, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, the next 3 Fridays of this month, we're earning 4.35% on this savings account right now, which I think is good. We were earning 4.3 at the beginning of the month, and now mid-month, the interest rate went up a little bit. So that's always a good thing. Take advantage of it as long as we can. So we're 35% of the way to our goal. Hopefully we can hit 100 by the fifth paycheck of December. That way we can move on to something else. And just to be honest, when I was looking at the numbers and I was reviewing some of the goals that my husband and I want to hit, I was just telling myself, this is really hard for me. And it's eye-opening to more about my personality and my character when it comes to how we steward the money. Because I just want to hit all these goals really, really fast, when I feel like the Lord is telling me you have to stick to one thing at a time. Because it's kind of like I feel like, in a way, I was tricking myself thinking we can hit all these goals really fast, but my faith wasn't there. Because when I look at the numbers, I realized, I know you want to put $1,000 here and you want to hit $10,000 over there, but it's not going to happen in the time and space that you're setting for yourself based on where you are right now. Because we have a lot of expenses for the baby and for the household, just to get ready for baby, that we haven't paid back yet. And so we still need to strategize. We still need to use more of our income. We still need to increase our income so that we can get there. So I felt like I was convicted, trying to get all this money into transportation and wellness and clothing every single week, when I should be focused on one goal at a time. We hit this goal, and then we move on to the next one, and then we work on that goal, and we hit that goal, and then we move on to the next one. The good thing is we don't have any debt that we have to worry about, like no student loans, no car loans, nothing, like no personal loans, nothing like that. We have some outstanding credit card bills. We have two bills that are outstanding, but they're not like, we're not talking about $10,000-$15,000 here. We're talking about a couple $1,000s that we need to pay back, and we are doing that, piece by piece, but we're still doing it. We're not in the position where we were 4 years ago, where there was just $30 in our savings. Like, we have a significant emergency fund. We are somewhat ahead of our regular bills. So mid-month, I think we're doing really good. Getting started ahead of 2024, I think we're doing pretty good. Let me know how things are going for you. I did buy a binder for the baby girl so we can start saving for her. I'm going to unbox that and reveal it on Tasha's Money and Stuff. And that is my mid-month check-in. My teenager is tapping, trying to get my attention. So I'm going to finish this video. I'm trying not to edit this too much because I still have to catch up on all the Vlogmas videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found something valuable in it, and have a wonderful day. Remember to mind your money, you guys. Manage it well and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.